Hey y'all, welcome to Britches Get Stitches. This is Natasha. Thanks for swinging by. If you're new here, this is my little corner of the internet where I get to talk about my cross stitch and my crafts. You're in my craft room. Welcome. You're welcome. And if you're returning, hi guys, what's up? Good to see you again. So this is another failed vlog in a row, 2 in a row now. I'll get into like the specifics of everything here in a sec, but let me just show you my progress so that those that are just here for the stitching can vamoosh when you're done. So first off, I powered through and finished my blessing sampler. So I did this one was with Cross Stitch Couture, Megan the Seattle Stitcher, Amy from Thread Gremlins was on there. I think it was Beck Stitches Everything, Slow Snail Stitching. Like there was a whole group of them that they just kind of let me jump on. Well, half of them didn't even know I was jumping on. I was talking with Megan and Fanny, and they both were like, yeah, jump on in. So did that, completed it. At one point I like tried to put like some flowers or whatever on the frame, and I was like, yeah, that just takes away from it. So it's just nice and simple in the frame here. So that is complete and I love it. It looks great. I did all the called fors on that one, so no changes whatsoever. And then I needed to pull out Love Wins, and I needed to do like 1,200 stitches on this one, I believe, for last year. Was it 1,200? I think it was 1,200 that I had to get for last week's comment, collaborate, and stitching. I did that. And then continued. And so this is where we're at now. I think the total, I'm like almost at the 2026 stitches I need for the 26 and 26 for Fandom. And so I was like, I'm just going to push on through and do this. I think like maybe 2 more weeklies might get this done. And then I'll be at 2026. My mind is all over the place because I have had a week. So Love is almost all the way done except for the yellow. I pulled the wrong yellow. So I forgot that when I started this, I didn't like the yellow that they had charted because it was too light, too pastel, and I felt this just needed to be bold. And so I got the yellow that goes with it, or that I chose to go with it, and so I will bring that with me, and I'll finish that probably over lunch tomorrow. So, and this is that fabric that I ice dyed. It was a total experiment. I was like, yeah, let's just have fun with it. And I used the black, like powder Rit dye, and came up with brown. And it just looks really darn cool. Found the edge over here because it was really bothering me that I had this all, I'm trying to stitch around this huge wad of fabric here. So slice that off. When I get to the bottom, I'll slice the bottom off so that I've just got the size there. But I love the colors on this. So fun times. Okay, so there's 2. I also managed to do the 200 stitches that I needed for Cottage Rogue when she rang the doorbell on my Stitcher's Dream House. So I basically pulled this all the way over. I'm not at the end yet. I think there's still like, am I at the end? I don't know. I'm pretty far over there. I may not be right at the corner. I think my hoop ran out before I could finish, so I came and like did the remaining ones on the lower end here. I think I've got like another 16 stitches to go on this end, and didn't want to move the hoop. So there's that, looking good. Needle minder that I got off the freebie table at Stitch Away. Super stinking cute. So made the progress on that. I'm going to take this one out of the hoop, needle off, yada yada, and put it away. It's not on a focus for me. So that's all I did with stitching. I know, it wasn't a lot. Ugh. And I even like looked at the comments and the likes and all that stuff, and I was ready to do it, and I did my little spin on there. So I've got like the video to show you in a little bit or whatever, but then this last week just like hit, and it was like so much was going on. So first off, I have that craft show coming up, and I am not ready as far as like supplies and stuff for it. So I spent a big long day sewing up a ton of bags. So I've got 6 here that I sewed up. I had to make one like tester, which is up on my bookshelf right now, because I want these to fit like the Kindle paperweight. So I needed to find the right size for those. So of course it took some testing. So I had to test a couple patterns before I could figure it out. So now I've got the pattern size down. So now I can make more of those. Well, now I have to cut out fabric to actually sew those up. So that's on my list there. And then I had people that are sending me things, asking me to mend things for them. So I've got to mend a glove for somebody, and somebody else gave me a bag to mend. I've got to mend Lucille's slippers for her feet. So I've got all of those projects going on. And then I spent like 2 days. So I got a downloadable like DMC color thing for like labeling, and then I just printed this off on sticker paper, and then I had to cut each one out and use my little tweezers to put every single one of these on a spot, so I have all of them labeled. But then once that was done, well, then you have to wind the floss. Look how kinky that is. Like that's how, like, that's what the bobbins do to them. And so now I'm hoping that like gravity and petting and maybe a little steam at some point will help get that out of there. But like I spent like a good day and a half putting these labels on, and then I've only got 3 of them with floss on them, so I'm still doing this as I go. I'm doing like 10 at a time. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's happening and I'm so excited. So the floss is being wound and hung. The bags are being done. Oh, this was my mess up. But it's just sticker paper. And so then you have to go in and like cut each one of these off and put it on the thing. So I've got backup stickers, and it's just, ooh, it's a lot of excess work. But these hangers from GW Stitching Depot, I want like 50 bajillion of them. I'm considering getting more to put my overnight on, but I need to figure out a way for the sticker, because the stickers that she had wouldn't fit on these, and I didn't see a printable option anywhere on Etsy. I might just make my own. I don't know. We will find out. But I've got some overdyed, or maybe I'll just do like A, B, C, D, like, and then do little like hoops and like hook them all on or something. I don't know. I will figure it out. Right now I'm not sure what I'm doing. But I do know that it is bad for me to go back to her Etsy shop and look at all of the things she has, because it's giving me ideas for new bags that I want to create. So I need to stay off. Okay, so I have missed a week. And it was honestly just because life got crazy. We had all of the snow. Well, then it snowed again on Wednesday, and they ended up closing Lucille's school, so I had to go and get her and bring her home and try to work. Like I ended up working late like 3 nights this past week because things kept happening that I wasn't able to be at work. Like I had a doctor's appointment, we had another emergency I had to run to, I had another appointment with somebody, and so I ended up working till like 6 or 7 at night a lot this week. So I just didn't get any stitching time, and so I kind of took advantage of like, okay, well, let's just sit here and do the floss, and let's work on these bags and get a plan for that going. So it was just a lot of like excess brain power, and so I said, you know what, let's just call it a wash, start again on Monday. So today is Sunday, February 8th, and I have like all of the numbers and stuff for next week. So I do want to say, with the craft fair in mind, I know that that's coming up. I need to get bags for that. So that being said, I am going to take the number of comments that I had. I think I had 20 comments. If I have gotten any comments in between last Monday and now, I will go ahead and add those in, because I feel like you get the extra week. And instead of doing 2,000 stitches on that, I'm gonna do 200. Sorry if you were hoping for like the thousands, like the 100 times. If I didn't have this craft fair, if I didn't have a mystery model stitch come up, like I had that come up this past week as well. If I didn't have all of these things adding in, I would still be doing the 2000. So I need to like make priority for some things. So I'm going to do 200 stitches on afternoon tea. Hoping that was enough time. I'll insert it so it fits. So I'm doing that. Hopefully this week I need to go pull that one out, pull it with me. I still want to keep going on Love Wins because I'm like in a groove on that one, so that one will still be my like work stitch. And then comment wise, of course, when I last looked it was 27, so that would be 270 stitches on Wizard of Oz. If there's more, I'll obviously do more than that. I think I need to hit a minimum of 500 this week anyway for the semi-sane stitchers, so that's probably gonna happen. I did message Sloan Stitches, Jess, and she picked Book Dragon, so I spun for that one. And so this is how many stitches I have to do on that one because she rang the doorbell on the Stitcher's Dream House. I still need to do 400 stitches for the Meloca Squirrel for Amanda, so that's still gonna happen this week. And luckily, like with the Stitcher's Dream House, like it's very like lackadaisical. Is that the word? Lackadaisical? Yes. So there's not really a lot of pressure to get that done like on a certain deadline. The comment, collaborate, and stitch in is like a weekly thing, so I need to stay on top of that. So I'm not gonna like rush myself with the Stitcher's Dream House. It's supposed to be leisurely and fun and just like helping to pick the next thing, so we'll do that. Oh, and I like totally forgot that Karen from KBH, she like mentioned me in her Flosstube, but she's already in the dream house, so she doesn't have to ring the doorbell. So ignore me, Karen. You don't have to pick another whip for me to stitch on because I'll get to your whips when I get to your whips. Never mind. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at this next coming week. I don't really have a lot more for you. I apologize. I am going to try to be more on top of the vlogging this week. I'm hoping that like with the weather kind of petering out, we're supposed to get into like 30s, 40s, like above freezing. Sorry, Dwight, I closed the door. Next time, buddy. Hang on. Do you want to come say hi? Come on. Come here, buddy. Come here. I figure Lisa would be upset if I didn't bring Dwight in. Say hi, Dwight. Up here, buddy. Look, up top. Look, up top. Is that you? Yes. Do you want a hug? You want to snuggle? Huh? A snuggle? Okay, there you go. So, yes, I am going to attempt to be more on top of the vlogging this week. And I think if I like do more of the vlogging of the sewing as well, it'll be a lot easier to keep on track of that. So yes, I have a mystery model stitch that I can't tell you about until it's done. It is a very large one though, so I need to put some effort into that. It needs to be done by like end of summer time. So that's going to be a focus, and I apologize, but I cannot show you. But I'll tell you the amount of stitches that I'm done on it. I think it's like 57 or 58,000 stitches total, so it's a big one. So it needs to be a priority. But I'll keep you updated on like the percentage and stuff that I'm on for that one as well. And then I think I was saying the weather. Oh yeah, the weather is supposed to be like heading up towards the like 40s and 50s. So hopefully some of the snow will melt. We won't have issues with that. And oh yeah, and finally like the Girl Scout stuff is petering out. Like we put in our initial order for cookies, so no more like cookie sales we have to focus on. I'm just gonna have to like pick up the cookies and then sort them and send them out to the girls. Our troop sold actually quite a few, so that was exciting. Yeah, I think that'll cover it. So if you had fun here, if you enjoy seeing me or Dwight, then hit the like and the subscribe down below. I think there's a notification bell as well. And definitely comment. Oh, duh, I have to give you the whips. So here is, let's just do 3 whips, because no, let's do 5. Here's whip number 1. Whip number 2. Whip number 3. Whip number 4. And whip number 5. So go ahead and comment below the whip that you would like me to work on next week after I finish afternoon tea. All right. Do you want to say goodbye? I think we need to say goodbye. All right. He's going to need some snuggles. So I will catch you guys later. Bye. Yay! Look at you. Say, I'm growing.
I'm growing.